Yo, what the fuck is up, y'all? Been away for a little bit because I've been busy packing. I'm actually getting ready to move. I'm moving to Guam. Finally. Ironically, I got offered a job in the midst of a pandemic, but fuck it, I'll take it. I just got out of the military like 6 months ago, and I've been unemployed for a while, and I was actually trying to get a job back over there. I used to live in Guam, as some of you know, and I was trying to move back over there. So yeah, finally got a job over there, and I'm very thrilled about it. So I'll be leaving the States this week, and I'm looking forward to my new motherfucking journey. But don't worry, I'm gonna still do videos and shit here and there. I'm gonna still talk my shit. But I wanted to respond to OTRSCentral about the reason WWE viewership is down is Vince, not the talent. That's the name of the description of the video. I'll post the link in my bio or whatever, or in the description, so y'all can check it out too. And I just wanted to say that well, number one, I'm kind of a fan of this guy. He does have some good points when he does make videos, but this right here, this video here, I disagree with about 90% of the video. And basically he kind of became a smart in this video as far as blaming everything on Vince McMahon. I mean, if you guys want to blame Vince for the reason why it's gone to shit, by default, yes, because I blame him for here's what I call it, the 5-year succession plan. So everybody has a 5-year plan, or sometimes you learn that you do this in college or high school or whatever, and they ask you, what's your 5-year plan gonna be? And you kind of make a list of things to do or what you want to accomplish in those 5 years. So I think Vince McMahon gave Triple H and Stephanie a 5-year plan, because think about it. They pretty much started really taking over creative in 2014, right around WrestleMania 30. And you guys already know how fucking WrestleMania 30 turned out and what it did, or for lack thereof, did for the company. Right? So this 5-year succession plan, I want to say he gave them 5 years to see, okay, how are they going to run the show and how are they going to do things? And if I'm confident that my baby will be just fine, then you know what? I'll step down and I'll just let them take over from here. But as you see, it obviously has not done that. Ever since Triple H and Stephanie have taken over, you've had record lows. The live attendance ain't been on shit. Nobody's watching. They have lost over half their audience in the course of those 5 years. Right? So this 5-year plan completely failed. And everybody is blaming Vince McMahon. Nobody is saying anything about Triple H. Nobody is saying anything about Stephanie and all her agenda pushing. It's Vince McMahon's fault. It's not that the talent is bad, even though it's Vince that keeps signing this talent. You know what OTRs was saying? Oh, Vince was signing off on all these talent. I'm like, yo, Triple H was the guy signing all these guys. Triple H was the one who rolled out a fucking red carpet and fucking brought Hulk Hogan out to put Kenta over as this next big star. And you know how his career ended up. That motherfucker was injured more than Derrick Rose. For some of y'all that watch basketball. That motherfucker was injury prone and shit. And people saw how much he sucked. And so what did they do when they see that Kenta wasn't working out? He brought Shinsuke Nakamura. Put him over John Cena. Had him win the Royal Rumble. Main event at WrestleMania with AJ Styles. And he's still a fucking jobber. So all these talents that they've been signing, this is all under Triple H. Because Vince McMahon, he's the guy that wants to develop talent. He doesn't give a fuck about the indies. Because all those dudes care about is technical work rate. They don't care about developing character. They don't care about going to the gym. So when Vince had JR scouting guys, they were looking for guys that were already super athletes and already had a look about them. And then would help them develop a character, thus helping them get over, because most of those guys who did get over, that JR signed, guys like John Cena, Batista, just to name The Rock, just to name a couple. They got over off their personality and their presence. You know? He was also talking to some shit about, oh, once you became WWE and you got punked out by the World Wildlife. I'm like, yo, hold up. Number one, I really don't think he gave a fuck about it being WWF anyway, because let's be honest. I made a video about this saying that pro wrestling died in the 80s and it became sports entertainment. So WWF was always entertainment. Once Vince took it over, he took out the element of just pro wrestling and made it sports entertainment. And that's why they're a billion-dollar company today. Because if they would have kept on going this territory route of just wrestling, this should have been done, bro. Wouldn't nobody give a fuck? It would literally be like 10,000 people tuning in to watch fucking pro wrestling, bro. Would nobody care at all? So I wouldn't say that he got punked out by the World Wildlife Fund. He probably was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I've been wanting this shit to be called World Wrestling Entertainment anyway. I just got this as a fucking perfect cop out. Great. Cause what would you think like if this shit was if they had WWF Studios, World Wrestling Federation Studios, and all these other things that are WWE, because it's an entertainment company, not a wrestling company. So it made sense for them to change it to WWE. And you also said once Rock and Stone Cold left, they didn't make any more stars and blah, blah, blah. John Cena. Well, wait. He said he didn't care about making any mainstream stars. So John Cena's not a mainstream star. Batista's not a mainstream star. Brock Lesnar isn't a mainstream star. And you're talking about how, when Brock Lesnar left, you didn't want to make any more. Bruh. Brock Lesnar came back and brought more eyes to the fucking product, dog. You have a lot of wrestlers that are mainstream stars just because they're in WWE. So The Undertaker's not a mainstream star? Hell, even to some degree, fucking Noseman is a fucking mainstream star. People know who the fuck he is. They know who he is more than they know fucking Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens and Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn and all those guys. They know them way more than them fucking indie assholes. And the problem is, Triple H signing all these match marks. They have all these shit writers. That is under Triple H. Now, like I said, I am not holding Vince, or I am not holding him accountable. But I'm saying all the blame shouldn't be on him. It's just fuck everybody else in between. Just blame him. And that shit is getting so fucking annoying. And Vince doesn't want to hold himself accountable. He's blaming everybody else. And I mean, can you fucking blame him? Is he lying when he says that the talent suck? That's just his way of saying, because obviously he can't say my incompetent ass son-in-law are signing all these fucking jobbers. That's why he's signing all these indie jabronis who the Smarks want them to sign, and they're not getting over because WWE is still mostly casual fans. Even though there's barely any left, there's still more casuals than fucking Smarks. And even the Smarks are tuning out of this shit because they're one-track minded any fucking way. They latch on to what they think is cool, and then the moment something else is a little bit cooler, they fucking move on from it. You know what I'm saying? It happens plenty of times. It happened with Daniel Bryan. It happened with Seth Rollins. Hell, even Roman Reigns. They were on Roman Reigns is nuts, bruh. I watched the 2014 Royal Rumble last week, and I was just tripping the fuck out. And I was watching like other shit from 2014, like little segments and shit, like from the middle of 2014. Dog, Roman Reigns was getting the loudest pops in the building, bruh. Roman Reigns was getting like damn near rock type pops. And all of a sudden, because little goat man was deemed a liability rather than an asset, and they decided to go with somebody who is reliable, all of a sudden it's a problem and everybody's mad. And for that, I want to go ahead and rant on this a little bit too, to disagree with OTRS Central. Sorry there, I was interrupted. But like I was saying, like, this is narrative of, oh, they never tried to go with anybody else to try to make them stars. Have we forgot about Randy Orton? Have we forgot about how after Brock Lesnar left, he got this fucking mega push to the top? He went over on Mick Foley. He was Intercontinental Champion. Had his little WrestleMania win. He lost the IC title to Edge and then got thrusted into the world title match and beat Chris Benoit clean. So after Benoit was beating Triple H, Kane, all these other guys, and he fights Randy Orton, and Orton's his kryptonite all of a sudden. The dude who's fucking barely 20-something years old. But Randy Orton fucking sucked. So they put the belt back on Triple H. RVD, remember they tried to go with RVD too. They tried to make RVD the face. But RVD got caught with pot. Nobody ever thinks about this type of shit. Nobody ever thinks about how, Vince has tried to make guys stars. But he can't help it that some of these guys have no fucking charisma. Some of these guys don't have large and life personality. I'm not talking about RVD, by the way. Because RVD has those qualities. Because RVD just like to get high. And RVD just don't give a fuck. You know? And they even went with Batista, like with him and Cena being the faces. But Batista got injured. You guys keep forgetting about that shit. Remember at the beginning of 06, Batista got hurt. Who were they going to put the belt on? They didn't have no other stars on SmackDown, so they had to bring Kurt Angle from Raw to put the belt on him. You know, the next best choice could have been Eddie Guerrero, but you already know Eddie Guerrero died fucking 2 months earlier. What are they going to do? Put the belt back on JBL? They didn't really have they had no stars. Or nobody else who they could make a star. You know what I'm saying? So they tried, Vince tried. And I honestly think if Batista would have stuck around, I mean, the Smarks turned on him anyway. I think the Smarks would have turned on him too. The same way they turned on Cena. I think they would have turned on him too. But Batista's injury kind of saved him because he was out of the picture for like 6 or 7 months. You know what I'm saying? I think the same thing would have happened if it would have been the other way around. And if Cena would have got hurt and came back, that would have been that. But yeah. So the reason why all this shit is happening is because it's mostly on Triple H and Stephanie. You know? Because I am so tired of this shit, man. I am tired of them blaming Vince. Oh, and another thing. He was talking about how, he's releasing all this guys. He's releasing all this talent just to save money. And I'm like, yeah. And are you supposed to feel bad for these guys? And all of a sudden, WWE fucked them over? Yo, most of these motherfuckers was sitting at home collecting a paycheck for the last fucking 3-4 years. I don't give a fuck about Primo and Epico getting released. What the fuck have they done? I haven't seen them motherfuckers. I forgot they was employed with the damn company. So Vince McMahon is evil for paying motherfuckers to basically chill. Vince McMahon is evil for giving motherfuckers free paychecks. Because he want to save money and like, hey, yeah, because of this coronavirus shit and because we're not really making the money that we normally make, I'm going to have to fucking cut some ties with y'all. So a lot of you motherfuckers overstayed y'all welcome. Guess what? That's going on everywhere. Bro, go to these motherfucking restaurants. Dog, you know how many fucking bartenders and servers right now are out of a job? But because these guys are wrestlers, they're better than everybody else, right? Or because they did work in WWE and you guys hate Vince McMahon so much, he's evil for having to do what's best for his fucking business. Dog, this is the fucking real world. In the real world, if they replace your ass or they gotta let you go, that's what the fuck happens, bro. You just take that shit for what it is and move the fuck on. Don't cry like a fucking bitch about it. Cause crying like a bitch ain't gonna do shit for you. So yeah, Vince is doing what the fuck he gotta do to save what's left of his fucking dead ass company, because it's pretty much this is on life support right now, my nigga. Right now, they put them little fucking things, you know, them little things that they fucking shock and try to resuscitate you and shit. That's what they fucking doing right now. They trying to resuscitate that motherfucker. But it might be too fucking late, bruh. It might be too fucking late. And, you know, people are saying, don't blame it on Corona. I'm like, Corona plays a huge fucking factor, bro. Because one of their fucking top stars can't even fucking come and perform on the fucking show because of his immune system. You guys think about that? You know, and these fucking dirt sheet marks are making these stories. Oh, they don't want to mention Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is in trouble. Man, Roman Reigns ain't in no motherfucking trouble. Roman Reigns is at home protecting himself from this fucking COVID shit. Vince McMahon doesn't want one of his fucking top stars to fucking succumb to this goddamn virus. Especially after he had to fight off leukemia. You guys ever fucking think about that shit? Y'all are just so fucking dumb, bro. Y'all just want to be mad and blame all this shit on Vince McMahon and all that old bullshit. Y'all really take this fucking wrestling shit too serious, bro. You know, I watch this shit and I'm a fan of it, but goddamn, like you niggas like swear this shit is your fucking life, bro. Man, motherfuckers are still out here trying to do shit, bro. You know, find something to do to keep yourself entertained. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting pissed off about fake gay wrestling. You know what I'm saying? When they do dumb shit, I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. That shit don't affect me. I don't care. Shit. As long as I'm able to pay my motherfucking bills and live my life and fuck bitches or whatever, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't let what the fuck going on with this wrestling shit make me that upset. And yeah, the talent suck. Hey, that's on them, nigga. Shit. I'm not watching this shit. All I'm saying is stop blaming everything on Vince McMahon, dog, and start throwing some of that motherfucking heat on Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Because I put about 75% of that shit on Nose Man. But yeah, I just wanted to make a response to Mr. OTRSCentral. You know, I do listen to some of his videos or whatever. It's not a diss. None of that, but I just wanted to put my fucking thoughts on this bullshit. So check out this video and see what he's talking about, and then check my shit out. Oh wait, y'all are checking my shit out. But yeah, check his shit out and just see how fucking upset and how he's screaming. It's like fucking JD from New York. Like, dude, you sound like a nerd. I'm not trying to throw no shots at you or nothing, but I'm just being honest with you. I'm keeping this shit 100. You sound like a fucking nerd. You sound like a fucking 40-something-year-old virgin who ain't had no motherfucking cooch in like 5 months. So don't be so frustrated over this motherfucking wrestling. There's still bitches out here selling pussy or whatever. Go get you a little nut real quick and move the fuck on. Fuck this wrestling shit. Hey, I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe out there. I'm out this bitch.